Alright, hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So, I want to quickly talk about my trip to Flagship, I want to talk about the Flagship documentary, and a couple other things, just real quick. If you don't want to listen to that, just go to this timestamp right here, and it'll take you right to the instructional setup. But anyway, let's just get right into this quick intro stuff. So as many of you know, I attended the grand opening of the Spirit Halloween Flagship back this past Saturday. It was insane. Yeah, there were hundreds of people there, and tens on tens on tens of people that I know and have been wanting to meet for absolute ages. A bunch of me and my friends took this photo. It was fun. It was very fun. Yes, I am wearing the Harbinger of Hell outfit. Anyway, I had a hell of a time. It was just an incredible day, incredible weekend actually, and there was so much anticipation of this event, and I really didn't know what to expect, but it was just so great. It was awesome. So kudos to the Spirit people for making that happen. So why am I saying this? Well, I got Ophelia. That's how I got this girl. One of my favorite props of the year for sure. A super unique prop, a great concept. So I've been filming a couple videos on her, and one of which is this, an instructional setup video. I also want to just briefly mention that the Flagship documentary that I've been working on is absolutely still in production. It is full steam ahead as of now in the editing phase. After Flagship actually happened, after opening day actually happened, I now have all this footage that I have to go through and edit, just hours of footage, so that is what I have been working on a lot now. And finally, I briefly want to talk about something that happened to me yesterday, which was Monday. I went to Cape May after Flagship actually happened, after the opening actually happened, and on our way back, I was planning on stopping at Spirit Halloween anyway. I was going to stop at the Flagship anyway, just to see it one last time, and I bumped into a channel that I am sure anyone who is a haunter who is watching this is familiar with, and that is David's TV. David's TV is they're just such nice people, awesome people, make some great content, and just absolutely I can't get over how nice these people are. So, I got to talk to them for a while. I am going to be in one of their upcoming YouTube videos, their Flagship tour video. That might already be out by the time this is out. I really have no idea. If it is, I'll put it in the description. So yeah, I'm going to shut up now. Let's just get into the instructional setup of this prop. Yeah, go. Alright, so let's start off with a parts list. Now, there are quite a few, so we'll jump right into it. So, 2 telescoping metal leg poles, the wooden base, the plastic waist frame, the short metal pole, the mechanism, the plastic shoulder frame, the clear blister shoulder form with the IR sensor, control box, the 6-volt 2-amp power adapter, some zip ties, of course Ophelia's head, the demon head with a small metal pole, the 2 arms left and right, the demon's clothing, and last but not least, Ophelia's dress. There also are a handful of black screws and 2 small silver screws, and you will need a Phillips screwdriver to screw those in. So, jumping into the instructions, place the wooden base down flat on a flat surface. Make sure that the flat parts of the little mounts screwed on there are facing the front. That's how you know where the front of the prop is. Then insert the 2 telescoping leg poles, making sure that the holes on the bigger sides are facing down, and just slot those in there. Then secure those in with 2 black screws, 1 on the front of each. And turn it around to repeat the same on the back. Then you can pull the 2 telescoping leg poles up, making sure those little metal snap locks snap into place. At the tops of those two telescoping poles, you're going to put the waist frame on. Now be a little careful here, it does tend to slip down, those snap locks do tend to come out of place, but you can just pull them right back up. Then secure that frame with 4 black metal screws, just like you secured the bottom, 2 on the front, 2 on the back. Then insert the short metal pole with the side that says A, and where there are 2 holes instead of 1 hole facing downwards. Insert that bottom hole into the place labeled A, and then you're going to screw a black screw right in there. Then you're going to take the mechanism for the demon and you're going to slide it right over that pole, lining up the hole with the secondary hole right above the letter A. And you're going to use yet another black screw to screw that in. Then you're going to want to take that shoulder frame and slide it over the top of that short metal pole, again lining up the hole with the hole on the metal pole. Secure that in with another small black screw. There's only one on the front, you do not need to put another one on the back. So we'll just take a step back here for a second. This is what it should look like as of now. Next, you're going to want to take Ophelia's right hand, which will be on your left side. It's the one with the pointed finger, and you're going to insert that into the little hole on the side of the shoulder bracket. Once you've done that, you're going to take the other arm and do the same on the other side. Then you're going to want to take the clear blister shoulder form with the IR sensor and slide that right over top, just sitting it on top. It doesn't actually click into anything. But you're going to go ahead and take 2 zip ties and secure them like so. It can be a little difficult, as you see I'm having some trouble here, but it doesn't take too long. Also, I should note, I'm only going to be using 1 zip tie here because I had set up Ophelia before and I had already used up a lot of the zip ties in doing so. So now's a really good time to pose Ophelia's arms how you'd like them. I tend to either have the pointed arms stretching straight out as I do here, or a little bent as you'll see in the demo later. Now for what I believe is the trickiest part of this build, and that is putting Ophelia's head on. As you see here, I actually pre-screwed in the silver screws just a little bit, and that way you don't have to fish them through the latex later on. You'll see in a second why. It just makes it really easy. So you're going to pull up that latex and you're going to use your screwdriver to go in and just secure that. As you can see, it would have been really hard to attach it to the screwdriver and then fish it through, so it just makes it a tad bit easier. And of course repeat the same on the other side. Then going down to Ophelia's midsection and turning her around to the back, we are going to attach the small metal rod right into that mechanism. Can be a little hard to get in, but not too bad, and you're going to secure that down with a black metal screw. Going to the top of the rod we just inserted, you're going to take the demon head and insert it right into the little track in the back. I did have a little bit of trouble with this as it's a really tight fit, but once you get it in, just secure that with a black metal screw as well. Then you're going to take the control box, making sure that the speaker is not only facing the front, but it is on the bottom side. And then you are going to take the little bracket and screw that into the top with the attached screw. Once you've done that, you're going to slide it over the little mount on the front of her waist section. It's a little tricky to do, as you can see I am struggling a little bit, but once you get it in, it is pretty secure. Then go to the side of the control box and you're going to match up the 3 clusters of wires with the 3 clusters of wires coming from the various parts of Ophelia and the Demon. There should be 2 4-pin connectors and 1 2-pin connector. Then coming back around to the back of the control box in the back of Ophelia, you're just going to take the IR sensor wire and plug that right into the back of the box. This is also a really good time to plug in that adapter if you're using the adapter, or if you're using a battery adapter, it's also a good time to put that there. Now it's time, we're wrapping up, let's put on the clothing. First, start with Ophelia's dress. Just thread her arms through the sleeves of her clothing. Make sure you've undone the Velcro on the back so it's open, and then you can just kind of pull it up as you'll see in the next step. If we go over to the motion sensor right under Ophelia's head, you will see that there is some double-sided tape. Just take that little covering off to reveal the adhesive. This can be a little tricky. It's a little tricky to pull up the adhesive covering, as you can see here, but it shouldn't take too long. Then you can just pull up the fabric that's already there and use the hole in the fabric to thread that motion sensor through so it has vision to be able to be activated. Coming back around the back of Ophelia, you can just pull that fabric around back and then use the multiple pieces of Velcro to attach her together. Now, last but not least, you're going to take the black fabric that is for the demon and use that piece of Velcro in the top of the fabric hood to attach to his forehead. Then grab the 2 pieces of Velcro on the bottom, attach them together. They should fit nicely around his chin. And you are all done Ophelia's setup. So, thank you for watching this video. Her setup can be a little difficult, so I apologize in advance if you have any struggles with that. Let me know if you have any comments down and questions down in the description below. Please talk to me. I'll be there. And yeah, enjoy a little demo of her. Just gonna flip the switch on, which you should do as well. And I'll see you guys in the next one.
You'll never escape. I will follow you to your dreams. You are powerless, and this nightmare will never end.